Hello everyone, my name is Donovan, and welcome back to Bystanders. I apologize for the weird audio quality. It's the middle of the night, and I cannot talk loud like normally. Welcome back to Bystanders. I play Donovan Halen, and I'm the editor. Go ahead and check out all our artists, Gwinn, Shady Cicada, you know all of them. Go to JoJoDND.com, go to the public Discord server, or I will kill you. Okay, goodbye.
Okay, so
there I was. Barbecue sauce on my titties.
good start.
Terrible.
Average Donovan Halen day. So,
What?
barbecue sauce on the titties.
Oh, not again!
Donovan Halen would be the type to exactly spill barbecue sauce exactly on his titties.
Welcome back to the Bystanders, where Donovan gets a W and nothing bad will
What
ever
is
happen.
Donovan's cup size?
Thank you, Hayden. Didn't you already roll TNA?
Oh, that's true. I forgot about
Well,
that.
it's okay, I guess.
Nice!
Nice!
Donovan has some nice pecs canonically. Anyway, the actual episode. So, Hayden, you were saying something earlier about how I talked about how this session...
Can I unsay that?
No, say it again into the camera.
Well, we've had a couple episodes of fluff. I think things are about to go wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Nothing bad. Maggie said something a while ago about how, for this next session, shit would be hitting the fan. We just had the fan. It's time for the shit.
Yep.
So,
I mean, we memed on the last encounter we had, so I'm a little worried.
I mean, nothing
Although,
bad.
the way Maggie's been rolling, I don't know how threatening it's gonna be.
I'll swap out the dice if it gets too bad.
Nothing bad has ever happened to the Bystanders. We have all four of the original members.
Yeah.
Yeah, all five of the original members.
All four of the original members. There wasn't a fifth one.
All five of them. He went to Brazil, in parentheses.
There wasn't a fifth one and no one died.
Yep, exactly.
Who's a vampire? Why was he blind?
Okay,
That doesn't make no
fine.
sense.
How low on the Bystanders iceberg is Zunschkundfugger?
Considering he's in the
Zan-
first episode,
Zan.
The hidden lore.
considering he's in the first episode, not very deep.
I would say middle iceberg.
I'd say middle, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, Bystanders iceberg. That's a later thing.
Oh
So
God.
you all wake up the next day. Donovan, you are still just rumblingly
Glowing.
full of dubs,
And cake.
and cake. I'm so full of cake, alcohol, and W's. So yeah,
He's
Donovan,
happy.
You wake up.
Hangover.
It's a beautiful
probably
day.
not.
Let's beat up some oranges.
So as you go up to the
He doesn't even care about his new reoccurring nightmare of being in the trenches during World War I.
I'm sorry.
What?
what?
He made mustard gas. It severely affected his mental state.
Every time Donovan looks at mustard, he disassociates for a second.
That's true.
He looks at a
No.
bottle of bleach and cries.
Hey Donovan, I'm cleaning the bathroom for.
Ah!
You want to help me with this? And he hands you a bottle of bleach.
Yeah, you know that scream I just did? He did that.
The
What's
one
that about?
Peeked the mic.
Yeah. I did.
No.
I'm sure it was funny.
Alright, so as everyone kind of gets together, gets up, Donovan, you get up on the deck of the ship and you see Brandy sitting there on the edge of the ship. She looks over to you and pats down next to her. So you walk over and the two of you watch the sunset.
Mr.
Sun-
Mr.
sunrise,
Krabs,
that's the one.
walking noise.
How do you sleep? Helians on the railing.
I slept pretty good.
As did I.
Yippee! Alright, so the two very awkward people
Holy
just kind
fuck.
of sit next to each other and just, observe the sunset, watching. So, the three of you, hanging out, relaxing. What are you doing on this fine morning, waking up?
What time did you say it is? Like,
Oh, it's around sunrise, so probably like 7 a.m. around this time.
Damien's
Oh,
gonna be
sleeping.
exercising. Could he be bench pressing Nikki?
He's doing 300 curls.
he is.
Yeah.
Nikki is fast asleep right now.
I
Okay, he's
believe
bench
you.
pressing your bed. No, I'm kidding.
You could try to bench press Nikki.
No.
What you could have been doing yesterday was getting a weight set on board the Escape.
That's a great
And
idea,
you can
actually.
make them heavier.
How much would that cost? Because I will do that.
And it doesn't matter because you can make the weights heavier with your ability to make it
Exactly.
easier. and
Oh
harder to
my
work out,
god, you totally
Exactly.
could. And you could use Okego as a spotter.
Yeah.
which would be really
You
good.
just need
Using
the
your
bar.
own stand as a spotter is awesome.
You would just need the bar. That's why Jotaro's so ripped.
Yeah.
Because he just has Star
You
Platinum
just
bottom.
need the bar.
Yeah, he just needs the bar.
He did not come
Yeah.
in that ripped the second he got Star Platinum. She got that ripped over.
I like to think that someone walks by seeing Damien just benching just the bar, and they're like, "Pfft, the hell are you doing? That's so easy." He's like, "Okay, you try it."
Like Damian Drake's first manslaughter charge.
like Rock Lee's
First.
leg weights, just
Yeah, it's a fucking Rock Lee leg weights. Oh my god, you could give yourself like weighted clothes to work out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
Those don't work.
Oh, they don't?
No, not even remotely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Go on.
Steve is starting his morning by,
Make it
he kind of,
banana.
like, lays out all of his clothes, he irons them and then takes a shower so the steam will, like, go to them and, like, get all the creases out because he's just extra enough for that.
Oh my god.
And, then he's just getting ready for the day and coming out. Morning, everyone.
Oh, I'm so
Damien-
proud of him.
Damien's pretty new to this whole hygiene thing. So what he did is he has been showering regularly, but he doesn't quite understand the order of things. So he showered, then started working out. So he's still sweaty and gross by the time the day starts.
No.
But he's got the right spirit.
He's got the spirit, and he's not nearly as gross as he's been in the past.
Oh, absolutely not.
Like he's like fresh workout. But
Damien's character growth is hygiene.
Like, for the first, like, 8 or 9 sessions, I'm pretty sure he didn't have a shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
No, the shirt was part
A
of his
recent
outfit
addition.
change. Yeah.
So as you two are watching the beautiful sunrise, you hear, "All right, it's time to go." As Damien works out,
As the
And
boat
you walk
started
out, he's just
rocking.
benching a bar.
he is clearly exerting himself.
Nice work, Damien.
You want in on this?
No. No.
What about you, Nikki? Still asleep?
Honk shoe.
Okay, fair enough.
Steve is
Yeah, great image.
up and at 'em.
It's,
Yeah.
And Nikki, you said you're still asleep.
Yeah.
All right, so
I didn't see the image.
Steve, as you kind of get out of the shower, your clothes are nice. You're a little more dripped up than usual, which is a pretty considerable amount.
I actually, no. Just for flavor, Steve's outfit looks a little different. This is kind of what he's rocking right now.
Holy shit, what is that notebook?
I got it for
That's
my
dope.
birthday. He's just kind of got his like suit itself kind of
looks like he
comes over now instead of just being like a sweater vest.
Sweet.
It's
You look like
Oh,
you
yeah.
belong in an Ace Attorney game.
Damien's still rocking the black leather jacket with "Go" on the back of it, and he's got his jeans are a little ripped, but he's looking good.
Yep.
And he's got the bandana on.
Yeah, like I said before, Donovan has kept the lower half of his date attire with the suspenders and the ripped pants.
Hell yeah!
awesome.
I like the suspenders.
Yeah, me too. They actually
I
look a lot
stress
better when they're not suspending anything, which is weird.
So you're still honk shoeing. Steve, you pass by Carl in the hallway. Go ahead and make an insight check.
Gladly. I'm not proficient, so that's just going to be 13.
Okay. So as you're walking along, you can see Carl seems a little nervous about something, but you don't know why.
Steve's kind of walking along. His steps kind of slow down. He looks behind him. Walks back. Hey, Carl. How's it going?
Oh, hi Steve. You scared me. You walked past. I didn't think you were going to walk back. Is everything all right?
Yeah. You doing okay? You seem a little off. Is
Come
everything
with me
okay?
For a second. And he's gonna pull you into one of the side rooms, close the door.
Is everything okay with your mom? What?
It's actually about my mom. No, she's doing fine. She's doing fine. It's just I don't know if I want to tell the others this yet. I'm going to tell you, and I need you to promise that you're not going to do anything rash.
Okay. What's going on?
So our friend Lloyd gave me a little bit of that medicine for my mother, right?
No.
The medicine's been working. No, the medicine's been working great for her. She's okay now.
Okay.
But for a while, she wasn't doing as well. And I had been receiving orders from him.
What?
Most of the orders were just to stand by, not worry about anything, just keep an eye on you all. But, you know, after my mother was healed, that's the only thing he really had over me, so I moved her to some place where they could take better care of her. I moved her out of the way, and I'm not doing anything anymore. I gave him some false information. It's the most recent thing.
This whole time, you've been working with him.
Family comes first, before anything else. I'm sure that you of all people understand that.
Steve kind of takes a moment. He's taken aback. He visibly like steps back a bit, and his hand was on Carl's shoulder for a second. It's gone now, and he kind of looks at him. I understand. I don't hold you responsible for that. I just I wish you would have told us sooner.
I wish I had as well. But here's the most recent order that I had. And he pulls out a piece of paper. You can see it's a few days old. He opens it, hands it to you.
Steve takes a
And
look.
It reads in pretty neutral font. Next order, kill Constance.
Do we know who that is?
That's the woman who you guys beat the crap out of. The
Must
lieutenant
have
was on the boat.
Right.
Can I make a check for Steve to just kind of put some dots together and about why that would be an order, despite the fact that she's working for... Wait a minute.
Also, Ugly took her.
So,
This order would have come before that.
Oh, okay.
just making sure. So, TBA... Him is the leader of which organization?
TBH.
TBH. Okay.
Which is the stand users.
Okay.
Steve would probably remember literally, technically I guess 2 days ago, but Constance made it abundantly clear that she's like, I don't care about TBH. I literally just want to hunt humans, and I'm going to hunt you.
Thank you. I would
Honestly, I'd say let her
assume
die.
Steve would remember that. I'm just... It's been 11 months.
And also she was captured. So
For a little while.
I'd say, what's your intelligence? Yeah,
He's
like,
got a +2.
+2. I don't think you have to make a check for this. You're able to put the pieces together that she probably had some compromising information. So if Ugly hadn't been able to get her, Carl was kind of the backup plan.
God. Oh. Okay. Thanks for telling me, Carl. I need a second, and Steve, I'll be right back. Steve's gonna kind of step out of the room for a moment.
Wait. If Lloyd hadn't done what he did, I would have had to betray you all. I was mentally ready for that. But know that that's never what I wanted.
Steve looks at him. There's definitely a moment of just silence. His eyes squint a little. He nods, leaves the room.
And Carl is left sitting there in the room, just trying to focus on his breathing. So, Steve, you walk outside, back onto the deck. You see Damien is freshly covered in sweat. Donovan's sitting there watching the sunrise with Brandy, and I imagine
has
around this
woken
point,
up.
Nikki has woken up.
That's what I flipped the coin for.
Ah, nice.
And he is repeatedly kicking his punching bag.
Okay, you hear.
Hey, Steve, you want in on this workout?
In a bit, maybe. He seems distracted.
Okay, your loss.
Steve is gonna go find Abel and
Okay.
ask him a few questions.
Abel is sitting on the top of the escape as well, drinking a cup of coffee. You can see his eyes are a little darker, and he's suspiciously watching Donovan and Brandy from a distance. He seems to be uncomfortable by how well they seem to be getting along with each other. He's just slowly sipping his coffee, looks over to Steve and doesn't seem necessarily angry to see you.
That's new.
I can't believe it.
Abel.
I still can't believe the burn on Donovan last episode.
Which one?
The fucking
You.
You made her happy. She's on a date with you, and she's
Donovan was
happy.
far too happy in the moment to register that.
Yeah. But he kind of looks over at Steve. Good morning.
How long have you been working with Carl?
I mean, it was a few months. Been working at the... Sorry, excuse me. I've been working at the museum for a while. I have the anthropology degree, and that's, well, one of the only things I can get with that.
So Carl was working with you for that whole time?
Yes.
Was Carl also at the museum?
Yeah,
Yes.
he beat
He-
the loving crap out of Lloyd.
have
Yeah.
Carl in the
The
museum.
love.
Can I make an
That's
insight check
amazing.
just to see if
The
he knows more than he's letting on?
working at that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
They may have been able to blackmail Carl after he got started.
Right.
I used the restroom.
Inspiration. You know what? Hold on.
That was saucy.
Heart of Truth, just to see if I get it. Nope. Heart of Truth to see if I get it back. What is it? Rolling a 1 equals... No, I think it's 4. I have that written on here wrong because I was checking it before this session.
Good stroke of luck.
That's hard truth.
No, I'm Heart of Truth. I'm seeing if I expend it or not.
You did.
Nope, I expend it. I'm going to roll an inspiration again because that's better. I'll go with that.
And you keep it.
I keep the inspiration, so I just expend 1.
Sorry.
All right, so what was the result on your
So-
insight check against Abel?
Insight is going to be... I'm not using another inspiration, but that is 13.
13. Abel is a fucking asshole. But you don't know really what his deal is. You don't know who he's working for. As far as you're aware, it seems like he's just a guy.
This guy being a dude.
Has he told us how he got his stand?
Yes, he has.
Where are the nutty buddies?
What would that be? Because
At one point, he might have been exposed to the funny mummy.
The funny mummy.
The funny mummy.
The funny mummy? You mean the vase?
No, the holy corpse.
Yeah, the funny mummy.
Because remember, the reason he got fired from his original job as an academic is because he dropped one of the corpse parts into the ocean.
I had completely forgotten about that.
I didn't know about that either.
We knew that.
I don't think we did.
I knew about that.
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't know about that. Okay. Interesting.
I'm just trying to get the nutty buddies.
True.
Yeah, I got you.
The adventure. You could have just said, "Hey, can I have the nut?" Okay.
Hey, can I have a nut, buddy?
I will buddy in your nut.
Okay.
What
Anyway,
the fuck are you talking about?
I was
Do it.
I also have
piggybacking.
one of those.
sorry.
Absolutely.
So you made that check.
So yeah, 13. Okay. That Steve doesn't have glasses. He didn't just throw them down, but he is like, kind of trying to figure out what to do. He's freaking 16 years old. A lot of this like dramatic stuff is a little over his head, but he's just
Are you okay, Steve?
yeah. I'm just. Has anything ever seemed off about Carl? And has he ever done anything that seems underhanded or suspicious?
Not particularly. I mean, he's... Never let him know this because it's going to go straight to his head, but he's a joy to work with.
Okay, that's how I feel about him too.
Love having him around. He's a decent guy. Loves his mom. All these kinds of things. But now that you mention it, every once in a while he would stay at the museum a little longer than his shift. He'd be looking around, checking things out, and something about a vase. But I'm not sure exactly what that was. I'm not sure if it even meant anything.
All right.
That's what I'm confused about here.
Thanks
If
for your
Carl
help,
was
Abel.
Working with
And
him, then why were we sent to get the vase?
Yeah. That's a fantastic point. Steve's like, thanks for your help, Abel. I'll let you know if I need anything else.
You okay?
Takes off. So now, here's Steve's dilemma, and I'm just going to say this as Hayden, not Steve. I don't know if he would tell the others about this because...
Carl asked him not to.
Right. He's going to tell Donovan. Walks up to you, Donovan.
I'm standing next to Brandy.
Kind of looks in the moment for a second. Bites his tongue.
Okay.
Not bites his tongue, but holds his tongue. He's going to let that sit for a while and go do something else.
You want in on this, Steve? You got a second chance. Come on, boy. You gotta build some muscle.
I'd imagine the weight room and the... Or Nikki has a punching bag in his own room, and Damien's probably the only one in the weight room right now, so...
You know what? I think I need it at this point. And he's going to kind of come over and just...
You might need a little less than me. He's gonna lift a little bit of the weight off of that.
Thanks. And Act 2 is going to spot for him. Its hands are sort of like... It's got pretty much 3 opposable fingers, kind of like that. You can't... like... all at like a 60-degree angle from each other on its hand, and just kind of gets the bars in each of its hands. Mm-hmm. And lets Steve just start pumping out.
Give me an athletics check.
Gladly.
Are you building for size or for strength?
Definitely strength over size.
I'm gonna roll insight while you're doing that.
So high weight lower up.
I didn't roll well, and I don't want to spend inspiration, so that's going to be...
You understand to spot you.
True.
Just no matter how good of a workout you get, really.
I get the same bonus with Act 2 that I do with Steve.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I don't think it matters. That is going to be 11.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in terms of workouts that you had, it's not nearly the best. You're not used to this equipment. The bar is weighted very weirdly compared to what you're used to. And
But Damien is watching how you're responding to it,
I wonder
making sure that the weight is able to be handled by
Can I do
you
that with
without-
advantage since Damien's helping
It's
me?
gonna be so weird because normally you have to have a good technique. The entire bar just weighs that much. There's no good
I
technique
rolled
for
a
that.
4 and a 3.
There is good technique that has to be involved because you still have to balance the bar. But
Damien rolled
Same thing.
exactly
And also
mid on an
not
insight roll,
crush
so he'll say,
wrists.
"You look a little stressed. I know that working out always helps me relieve some of that. So whatever's bothering you, just work it out of you."
I'm gonna
I
try
can
and do
do
that. Thanks, Damien.
Hey, if you ever need to talk about anything, I
see
or
if-
Donovan or Nikki, we're here for you.
Steve's gonna make his just a wisdom save for himself and not say anything to Damien because
Totally fair.
nothing against Damien. He is also
The biggest mouth.
he doesn't.
He's not very tactful.
Yeah, and Steve doesn't
likes
necessarily
Carl, though.
blame Carl. He sees why he's done what he's done, but also like
He still did it.
there is that seed of doubt still. So
I don't think Damien would immediately do anything because he does like and trust Carl, but he probably wouldn't be able to be quiet about it.
I don't think he would be happy.
No.
So-
if there's anyone who would actually be understanding about any of this, it'd probably be Nikki.
Or Dr. A.
that said, Steve isn't really at a point right now where he's like going to tell Nikki his deepest, darkest secrets. So
Not by a
It's not
long
even his
shot.
deepest, darkest secrets.
right, so
Carl's deepest, darkest secret.
right, so
Meanwhile, Carl is like panicking. He's like, "Man, I told Steve about it, and then he just walked off. I don't know if he's gonna tell anyone."
I mean, he's still sitting in that same room. Like, door's still cracked open. If you want to go to Carl again, you can. That is an option.
It's just where he is in the hub world now.
I know
in
what
his closet.
I know what I'm going to do. Steve, after like taking a few minutes to kind of collect himself, think about his options. He's gonna knock on Carl's door. Carl
Come in.
comes in. He's still like sitting on the bed or whatever.
Pretty much in the same place, yeah.
She sits down next to him. What do you think we should do? What do you think would be an appropriate response?
I don't know. I mean, I've only been receiving orders for a couple of weeks now. It's not been super recent. They've...
Hold on.
We've only been at this a couple weeks.
Right.
He's been working on their birth.
When were you first contacted?
I first received the threat to my mom a bit after the museum.
Okay. Interesting.
They said that if they didn't get what they wanted, they'd make my mom's condition worse.
Based.
No! She has dementia, Ty!
Oh my god.
I'm quoting you on that.
No!
Steve's kind of thinking to himself still.
You're foul for that, Ty.
I can keep quiet about this for now, but in exchange, can I ask a few questions?
Of course, and at some point I'm going to tell the others. I need to build up to that.
I can respect that, and I'll let you do that on your own time. I understand where you're coming from.
I don't mean to put all this burden on you. I'm sorry. I didn't know who else to go to.
The actual child on the boat?
One of the
Steve's kind of got his shit together, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all of us, he does seem like the most reasonable to talk to, doesn't he?
Yes.
Nikki has, his act together, but he's Nikki Bones, so, and he also literally just met him yesterday.
Mainly that.
Nikki's new, and both he and Damien are a lot. Donovan is...
We don't
Donovan.
even need to...
He's also
He's also
occupied
got
at the
plenty
moment.
going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so if I might just ask a couple questions.
Nothing bad.
How did him first him?
Him?
How's the,
I'm sorry. Do you just call him, he, him? Are those his pronouns?
Mandor called
I don't have
him
anything to
hand.
prove otherwise.
So if that's the case, how did he first contact you?
Piece of paper on my desk here.
He must have a printer.
It was just here.
Sorry, no, it was at my place.
Okay.
There originally, and then, I just receive orders every once in a while, and
I was just doing orders.
Okay.
Fine.
I don't all receive them all through paper. Sometimes I get a text, but
I can respect that. That
That's
being
untraceable.
said,
We should go to the police. Wait.
I won't tell the others what's going on, but that being said,
I'm going to tell them soon. Don't worry.
I can't save you from what you've got coming. But I will try and support you through it.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
He kind of pats you on the back.
We would never
You
have
need
trust
anything else?
issues with an NPC.
Just keep me posted.
All right.
And he kind of, his eyes kind of go to the floor as he looks out, or as he starts walking out, and just pauses for a moment, nods, walks out.
Okay. So there's all that. A little bit of the day passes by as normal, and all of you, do you have any plans for what you're planning on doing next? Your next objective? Any ideas? Any concepts?
I mean, the next thing, we were going to continue exploring the list of potential.
Yeah.
Right.
So you all probably have a meeting and like talk
So-
about that.
Can I
The-
just say it's good to be here?
We were
Yeah.
going to be exploring the rest of the list, but there was one in particular that we wanted to come back
I
to
believe
with
his
the
name
group.
was Lazarus. He had
Lazarus Hogan, he had a vineyard, and we
with
wanted
like
to come back with
armed
everyone.
guards.
Yeah, there was a lot of security there.
So, as you all kind of get together and do you want to walk downstairs, see Dr. A with the list and all that?
Is
Yeah,
he
sure.
the one who has it? Okay.
I had it in Damien's inventory, but that's fine.
Oh, really?
So, you all walk downstairs, see Dr. A. He's there, he's chilling. Let me get his sheet pulled up. But imagine you all kind of get together,
Constance.
meet on the top, get some food, and you see that there's a lot of ships around today. It's a nice day on the lake. It seems to be, a lot of people are out enjoying themselves. Ships swing by occasionally. They're getting decently close.
Summer's coming. I guess it's getting popular out here.
Good weather and everything, like not a cloud in the sky.
You see some people fishing, like some people are swimming around. Like there's
It's not
just,
a good day unless I'm fishing.
Why did I never consider fishing out here?
Never consider fishing.
You ever done spear fishing?
Inner fissions.
Does CRX's jaws count as spears?
I would say no.
No.
I'd say this count as natural weapons.
Then I have not done spear fishing.
You should try it. It's real fun. You just jump, you go bareback, jump into the water. Really fight for your food.
Bite the fish in parentheses.
Spearfishing?
True.
Yo, Donovan, hey, Back in Black, Lego Back in Black with the spear. Just for those of you at home, it's a visual gag. So, as you all open the door to Dr. A's room, you can see that some stuff is. It's a bit different. You can see Dr. A is sitting there at his desk. He's got his head in his hands. Some things are moved around, a bit shuffled, and you can see something in the wastebasket below you. He looks
What's up,
at
eh?
all of you.
You good?
Are all those down here? Or is just Damien?
Yeah, no, all of you are down here.
Hey Doc, you doing all right there?
I was wrong.
About?
Wrong about this list.
What?
The people on it. And we have to start from fucking scratch. He points to the trash can and you can see little scraps of paper down in the bottom of it.
But I thought we were so sure that he was on this list.
So those must be some really damn good grapes.
That's what I thought originally. But I had contacts. I had people go in and ask, and a lot of their behavior is accounted for.
Well, I got to beat the shit out of my boss, so I guess I can't complain about that.
You get to do that.
So, now what?
Don't let me just still cut up on why those grapes were so well armed.
Now,
I could try contacting my friends. Maybe they'll know.
That sounds
That is
risky.
something.
You guys didn't even know that we weren't undead
ahead.
when Lieutenant.
So-
blah.
Nikki's gonna step
Yeah.
out, kind of talk to people. I mean, maybe talk to the others, see what's happening around here.
That would explain why Taylor's ability didn't work. It's because one of them wasn't him.
That would explain it.
Yeah.
Good point.
So
I guess we should have been suspicious of that from the start.
It wasn't just.
It just seems so certain.
So why were we so sure about this list in the first place if it didn't...
Because all of these names were on a list we got when we raided Base 10. I believe they were in like a random crypt or something. They were also trying to figure out who him was. Oh, that's some weird grammar. So we just Dr. A believed.
It's okay, you didn't go to school.
Don't
I mean, we know there's
remind
other
me.
bases, but I don't know if that would give us a lead.
The bases were also really difficult and required pretty much our combined strength. We fought a really powerful vampire. I don't want to do that another like 8 or 9 times.
I don't know. It sounds pretty fun to me.
Well, you did. Well, you beat the crap out of us, and me too. So
Oh, yeah, I
maybe
forgot
don't do
about that.
again.
It was really fun.
Dr. A stands up.
Okay.
You can see his face is very tired. He's got kind of... Dr. A pulls back his hair and... I guess it's going to be a long day. And
We
he
got plenty of those.
walks over to the window. Blinds are still closed. He says, you know, we're going to have to start from scratch.
No leads. Huh?
No leads.
Speaking of no leads, Nikki comes back into the room. Anything? Yeah, I didn't think so.
You know, he might not even be in the city for all we know. We don't know how long his reach extends. And you see, he opens the blinds, looks outside.
Careful.
Donovan, make a perception check.
Isn't it like midday
That's
or
cocked.
like morning?
Okay, good job, Donabang. Perception is
I'm actually good at
intelligence,
perception.
please.
No, perception is wisdom.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
really good at
10.
I would also let you make an investigation check. If you
Then,
want to.
well, that's I don't have proficiency in investigation.
I do.
Let's let you use
I'll give you
intelligence.
advantage.
Okay, if I have, all in all, that's
Is only
that's a
Donovan
12.
making this, or can
That's
I
a
get
12,
an
then.
advantage?
Give him advantage.
Okay.
That's cocked, and that's worse. 12.
Okay.
I also like perception.
Well, Donovan, you're kind of looking over and you start to realize, wait, hold on. It is morning.
Doc,
There's light coming through that window.
how are you doing that?
Doing what?
Aren't
Doc,
you like weak to
Doc,
sunlight or
Doc,
something?
you're a vampire.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
22.
As you look down at his feet, you see a small collection of ashes, and suddenly, Dr. A's expression changes. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. And he cracks his fingers.
Uh-oh.
What?
I would like to congratulate you all. You got pretty close to finding out who I was, but you never quite got there.
I'm sorry, I don't follow. So you're not a vampire?
No, A is dead.
But he's...
He looked down a collection of ashes. My G, Dr. A is dead.
So he's not a vampire?
Okay, Damien,
I'm shocked that you all got as close as you did.
Honestly, I am too.
you got some fucking balls showing up on our ship, you know that?
And you've got some balls trying to figure this all out. All that I'm going to say is that I recommend you keep your distance from me. Give me a month or two. By that time, the world will be a better place for all of you. If you're going to try to stop me, I wouldn't recommend it.
You sure are cocky showing up on a boat full of stand users. You're surrounded.
You think you can kill me? Go ahead. Take your swing.
Damien is going to roll a wisdom save.
Okay.
Damien rolled a 2, so he is going to swing at him.
Okay. Go ahead and...
Alright, bet!
Are you making... What are you using? Blood Rain? You're just
Oh, Blood Rain, yeah.
Okay, go
Why
ahead.
do you always go for the thing that isn't a stand?
Well, because that's what he went for. He has 2 attacks.
That's
I'll swing at
true.
the stand too.
Go ahead.
We need more ability.
29.
BBEGs,
29. Okay, that does not beat his stand AC of 81.
Why would you tell us that?
As you bring Blood Rain down, he chuckles and chops it in half. You're going to have to be a bit quicker than that, Mr. Drake.
Is that considered an improvised weapon now?
I'm going to roll
bottom
another-
the top half of it.
Wisdom save to see if that I still want to attack him.
Enrages him.
Wisdom save rage. How high have you set the DC for yourself?
I'm gonna grab some dice.
So I'm just trying to understand it. Does he look like Dr. A?
He looks exactly like Dr. A, and he even moves like him.
How
He's a skinwalker.
Actually, you know what? No,
dare you show your face here?
Well, you see, that's part of what's great about my ability. This isn't my face.
Very funny.
I recommend you don't take another swing at me, Drake.
He means holding his shaking fist back.
Considering
He
everything...
really wants to take a swing with his stand, but he recognizes that doesn't seem like a very good idea.
Considering everything that's happened, I think I'll let you get away with that.
It's you. You're the one who's been causing all of this. Steve is silent.
Well, it has been absolutely wonderful meeting you all, but I'm afraid I must take my leave now. Like I said, give me about a month. Stay out of my business. Stay out of my way. And I won't kill those you love.
Like hell. The fact that you even bothered coming here and trying to put us off your scent means we're close.
Not as close as you think, but close. Ty?
Oh, I was wondering, does he sound exactly like A as well? Alright.
Everything about him, his
So,
movements,
not a thing.
even the way he gestures is very clearly Dr. A.
Oh
so
my
I
God.
can't even use history to determine whether or not
I'm
I
gonna roll an
recognize any of
Arcana
this.
check.
You as a DM are so smart because now this means we can't trust anyone.
I'm still rolling an Arcana check.
Give
We
me
can
an
trust
Arcana check.
ourselves. At
I'll give you
least.
advantage on that.
Thank you. Oh. Man, I'm lazy.
True.
How long has he been under our nose?
Advantage.
17.
I'll give you advantage on that.
I already did.
Okay.
Can I pick up the top
I'll
half
let
of
you do that
blood
first.
range?
He could be any one of us.
In a second,
It could be
yes.
you.
So, what did you say?
I rolled a 17 for that Arcana check. As Donovan just kind of stares down Dr. Z.
What is left of Dr. A?
Bizarro Dr. A.
The actual Dr. A is just
Ashes currently, yeah.
Well, after this Arcana check, I want to make an investigation check to see if they've been disturbed at all, like how long maybe they've been there.
We'll go with that in a second. That's probably actually going to be an investigation check.
That's what I said.
Okay, yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So you make an Arcana check. You don't know how he could have done this. You can tell this is some kind of stand ability. You don't know if it's his. You don't know if it's someone else's. You don't know if he's the stand, if this is a stand he's sending out, if this is someone else who he's talking through. You have no idea. But you can tell that somehow a stand ability is involved. And it's a damn convincing one. And he's just standing there in front of all of you.
You bring up this facade of bravado. And yet, you're still dumb enough to make a mistake of opening up a window. You're not infallible.
I'm afraid no one is, Halen.
I know that more than anyone.
Flaws don't necessarily make a man weaker. They can provide valuable lessons, a learning experience. The fact of the matter is, I didn't have to completely keep myself hidden. I would have had to escape the ship somehow. You probably would have caught me, figured it out. This is much easier for me. And while I'm here, I'm giving you all a warning. Oh, and Carl. Give him my thanks. And,
What do you mean by that?
Oh. Let him know that I'll be paying him a visit very soon. And you see the most unnatural smile you've ever seen plastered across Dr. A's face.
Ugh.
Hold on. I'm trying to think about something. No, I can't do that. Okay. I was going to try and use Act 1 and do imperceptibility to try and somehow sneak out, warn Carl. But the thing is, it's a wisdom save, and given the stand DC, I'm not going to attempt that.
Okay. Now, if there's nothing else for any of you to say, I would like you to leave me alone. Good day. And he's gonna gently push you out of the way and just walk up the stairs to the deck of the ship, still in his form as Dr. A.
Damien's still holding his fist back, shaking.
And I'm gonna just have him make an intimidation roll real quick. Intimidation is 24.
Okay.
Do we gotta roll to resist that? Or?
Insight.
Whatever you all want.
Not 20.
Okay, so
Yo.
Steve, you are...
That's great for Steve. Yeah.
What'd you say?
He's rolling intimidation. I guess I'm gonna roll.
If that's insight, then that's going to be a still a dirty 20.
24. All right.
19. Not enough. Damien's holding his shaking fist back, and then at a few seconds after he's walked out, he's just gonna and punch the wall of the boat.
Right before, right as the door closed, Nikki had thrown the top half of the sword at the door. Not to attack, but out
Just in a fit of rage.
Yeah.
I will point out, you can get that fixed.
Okay.
It's not just permanently broken.
I
You
figured.
can get that fixed.
Can I still keep the top half?
No. After a few seconds, he's calmed down. I would like to make that investigation check on the ashes.
I just wanted to say, with that nat 20 to contest to contest that,
I thought you said it was a dirty 20.
No,
Mine was
his was dirty 20. I got a nat 20.
I had a
okay.
24. I was close.
I want to see if, like, as he's on his way out, Steve, he's a pretty quick thinker. Try and think not only a way around the situation, but thinking about motives, why he's trying to intimidate them, but also what he wants out of this. If it's just a thing about pure, like, power and domination, or if there's actually something he's trying to do.
Give me an insight check with disadvantage.
I can make that neutral as I am proficient in insight.
Are you in a state where you'd be, like, able to help Steve with this? Like, mentally?
Considering you just chucked a sword,
What's he rolling?
insight, which I'm not.
And you failed the intimidation.
By slim margin, but yeah.
I was talking to him.
I guess not.
I'm just gonna make the disadvantage roll.
Okay.
It does not get much worse than
Yeah,
that.
Actually,
luck,
I
right?
do, and I'm going to see.
Do you want to proc that on?
Can I
this?
choose to do that?
Yeah, you can choose to do that. The one is technically the lowest, so go ahead. That's a nat 20 on the check.
All right.
So-
I'm about to say it does not get lower.
As you see
Something clicks in Steve's mind.
Dr. A's form confidently stride up those stairs, you see just a little something in the arms. A little bit of twitching. You can see that more than anything, what this thing is feeling right now is fear.
Okay.
As he walks up the stairs, goes to the front of the ship, turns around to those who are there. Good day. And falls back into the water.
Can I make that investigation check?
Go ahead.
While that check's happening, Nikki is calling everyone he knows from the beating heart and telling them to
Lay low for a bit.
lay low and keep your eyes open.
25. I'm looking at the ashes. I'm trying to determine like how long they've been there, how long it's been since Dr. A died, maybe if there's any warmth or disturbances in them.
What was the check?
25.
25. Okay, so you're going down, you're feeling these ashes are very recent. In fact, you think that this thing might have killed Dr. A just before you guys came into the room.
Oh fuck.
Like, he barely had any time before you guys came in.
This just happened.
And also, you can go over and look at the wastebasket.
Mm-hmm.
You see that the list of names has been ripped to shreds and thrown into the wastebasket.
So we don't have it anymore.
Well,
I will let you make a...
he wouldn't have done that if it wasn't one of those names.
Well, he wouldn't have been here at all, much less done this so recently if we weren't close.
Okay.
That list had him on it.
Okay.
Can I make a history check to try and piece it together and remember as many names as possible?
Actually, you can just put it together like a puzzle.
Okay.
So that'll be an investigation check, and that's probably going to
Great.
take around an hour.
Okay, I'm going to make that
You
investigation
can
check.
make it. You could probably decrease the amount of time by like 10 minutes for every person helping you to a minimum of like 30 minutes.
We just have our
think we
stance
can
like
do this. Let's-
reconstructing it. Yep.
Let's get together and do this. I think this is important.
Yeah, Donovan's gonna
But
help.
someone should probably go warn Carl whatever that was about.
I'll take care of that. And
gonna
Steve's demeanor kind of
Damien
changes.
doesn't know why, but yes, Steve should do it.
I was never that great at puzzles, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
Back in Black
Thankfully,
makes
I'm
a
really
frame
good at
for the
investigation.
list.
You know what? That'll give him advantage. Go ahead and make an advantage. Make that check an advantage.
Natural 20.
Goddamn.
And with
Okay.
my
It's a really
proficiency,
good frame.
That's a 27 as well.
You put it together, and as you do, you realize that one of the names, before it was ripped up, was crossed out in a dark black marker. And it's a dark black marker like the kind that the CIA used, so you don't
Redacted.
know what name that was. Except for the fact that you remember. That name that was crossed off is Lazarus Hogan.
We fucking
That is
knew
the
it.
one I was the most suspicious about.
I was gonna try to do something absolutely ridiculous.
I was looking at the list earlier today before I came over, and I was like, which of these names would be the most suspicious for a BBG? I was
Who
like,
has
there's only a
armed
couple.
guards guarding grapes?
Eric
I
was-
knew it.
I was suspicious of Dr. Brian Mercury. He's an archaeology professor. I thought that might be an interesting approach. Eric O'Quinn is a priest. I thought that might be it. And Lazarus
got that
Hogan
priest
just
going.
sounds suspicious, and we had already visited his vineyard.
What
so.
is his occupation?
Oh, which one?
If I
Lazarus.
had a nickel,
He runs a
every
vineyard, that's all we knew.
Related
Ah.
to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
That
had
that
some
explains
relation
the
to,
grapes in the
religion.
truck.
I remember which name was here. This is. We went and visited this guy. I was looking right at this name. It was
Lazarus Hogan.
Lazarus Hogan. The vineyard.
I
Thank God we didn't go in there by ourselves. We would have probably gotten instantly killed.
That explains the truck of grapes, I guess.
And why so suddenly Constance distracted us from investigating it further.
Yeah.
While they're figuring this out, Steve's gonna go talk to Carl.
Okay. Carl, you see, appears to be in the same state he was, but he seems to be doing a little better. He's reading a book. He's kind of getting his shit together. He seems to be mentally kind of preparing himself.
And especially considering the situation, you would think Steve would, with who he's just experienced, would be a lot more shaky, but there's a certain air of resolve around him as he kind of approaches Carl. Carl,
Everything all
Him.
right? Him.
he was here.
Carl immediately stands up. What?
He killed Dr. A.
He what?
Come with me.
Okay, he runs out, and as he does, you see the shimmering form of Weezer appear behind him. And
God, sorry.
I forgot
no,
that his
I also
stand name
did.
was Weezer.
I didn't.
so yeah, the three of you run in, and at this point, they're still assembling the paper, but you can see the fresh ashes that are still there, laying around the window. And Damien, you would probably relay the information
Yeah.
that these are fresh ashes. Like,
Yes,
you
I would.
just killed him like a few minutes ago.
Sorry.
So true.
I can't believe Damien having high investigation actually came into play.
Intelligence is good.
Yes.
What can I
As all
say?
this happens, you see Brandy come down.
Was it good? I fucking don't.
Dr. A just walked onto the deck.
That was
That was him.
I got this. I got this. Donovan goes. Brandy. Dr. Ray is dead. The guy who jumped off the ship was him.
Well, we have to chase after him. I mean, he's
Donovan puts his hands on her shoulders. No, you cannot. We cannot do that. That's a death sentence.
Of all
At least right now.
Damien looks up, and of all people, the one who enjoys fighting and running into things, he just looks up and holds up Broken Blood Rain. We can't beat him right now. It's not
After-
worth it.
a little bit of time.
Sad shotgun noises.
Sad.
Yeah.
I thank you for telling us the stand, AC, because I feel like if you hadn't done that, we would have pursued, and it would not have gone well.
No.
Well, just the fact that he was able to not only avoid it, but also just wrench Blood Rain apart in the same like move.
I mean, it's that's a
It
it's a
would have
physical
gone
object.
It
but
would have
yeah.
gone about as well as the Nikki encounter.
I would have had Damien swing at him again, but I actually rolled a 19 for that wisdom save.
Nice.
I had to ask you how high you set that DC because I saw you really wanting to go for another hit.
Damien wanted to more than I did, and I really wanted to.
Hold on, I'm going back to check something.
Oh
the,
God, we gotta tell Sterling.
Who's the MF that Lloyd convinced to walk away?
That would be Daniel and
No, you guys beat the shit out of Daniel.
Was it Brett?
Daniel and Ryan.
Daniel and Ryan was the priest
Oh, yeah,
guy.
the stoner.
Brian, Brett.
Yes.
Yeah, what's he up
believe
to?
That is Brett. Brett Kramer.
He was
Kramer,
he was
Mr.
part
He
of
was the Gollum guy.
He was
Half-Life.
Yeah.
he was part of
We're
Nikki's
good.
crew. Would Nikki still have his number?
Absolutely.
All right. Because he's no longer part of the Beating Heart, Nikki is going to ask Brett if he's all right with doing some more reconnaissance.
Did Steve tell Carl
Okay.
that him directly mentioned that he was going to visit Carl?
I don't think I
You
got a chance
should-
to do that. He would have done that.
Nikki with the networking. Let's do the thing between Brandy and Donovan real quick. We'll do the thing between you two, and then we'll do the conversation between Breton and Nikki. So
Okay, it's
that's
good
how
to
we'll
have
do that in
friends on
that
the
order.
inside.
So
While that's going on, I'm going to take a piss.
It's
actually, sorry. Before I forget, I want to do one last thing. You see Constance Mayora walk into the room. No, sorry, no.
I was trying to say.
No,
What?
wrong woman. I got them mixed up.
They're all the same.
Hold on. You see fucking Taylor walk into the room. Is everything okay in here?
No.
I just had the sudden urge to walk into the other rooms in the basement. Is everything okay?
Dr. A is dead. And he was here.
disguised as Dr. A perfectly.
For the first time that you all know of, Taylor seems scared. Wait. He was here?
Yeah, he
I
kind
tried swinging at him. It was more than worthless.
I had this urge to go into one of the other rooms in the basement. I didn't know. My stand is afraid of him.
That's the scariest thing I've heard today.
That is not good.
My stand. See, she kind of drops down to her knees.
Now that explains why it didn't work on the paper. It wasn't that his name wasn't on the list, it's that it truly was to protect her.
Exactly.
That's good.
That is the reason. And I'm
me.
glad you all managed to figure that out.
All right, cool. Now I got to piss.
Yes.
Alright, anyways. Brandy!
Oh my god.
So back to Brandy conversation.
Timelines are weird. It's fine. It's... We can't go after him. Not right now.
Why not? I mean, there's so many of us on the ship.
Brandy, he tore Damien's sword apart, and he perfectly pretended to be Dr. A. Brandy, Taylor is scared. Taylor's stand is scared of whatever that thing is.
Brandy takes a step back. Hold on. If he could mimic Dr. A, can he also mimic anyone else?
Oh, no.
Presumably.
So,
But he's not infallible. He made a mistake that revealed himself.
So if I become suddenly really charismatic and cool, I need you guys to shoot me immediately.
You got it, bud.
Okay. Oh, no, I can't
Steve
develop.
gives
How'd
you
that
one
date
of the
go last night?
Now I
Steve
can't. Now I
gives
can't
you-
develop as a character. Shit.
Steve gives you one of the fakest grins you've ever seen.
Come on, man.
little trolling.
Shut up. That's his stand. Little troll age.
Okay, we need to find...
We need a way to counteract that if we're going to be able to trust each other at all.
Have you all ever seen the movie The Thing?
No.
I love that movie. One of the most obvious ways, and one of the most obvious things they could have done, is always stay in pairs. We need to always be keeping an eye on each other. If someone disappears, someone needs to know.
Okay, who is on this boat right now? We gotta make a list. Something to at least make sure.
Well, starting off, we've got Doctor...
Oh no.
Never mind.
Where's Sterling?
And what,
She's the only one we haven't seen.
Can you
Sterling and Abel need to... We need to find them and let
Do we
them
know
know
where
this.
either of them are?
I haven't seen them since this bullshit happened.
Okay, I'll be right back, Donovan. You come with me. Okay, and the two of them go.
I'm gonna keep working on this list.
You do a head count, and you actually realize that everyone else seems to be accounted for. Carl is there, Sterling is there, Guy is there, Abel, of course, Brandy, and Taylor.
Is
Everyone seems to
Slasher
be accounted
on
for.
the boat?
Nancy?
Slasher.
The
I
Slasher's
also-
not on the boat,
Oh.
and Nancy is off I believe, doing repairs at the Feisty Falcon.
Right.
Oh, she's got long
Yeah,
months
she'll be busy.
ahead of her. We trashed that. You trashed that place.
Or she's not on the boat right now. Is the point?
What was the ability of the... Fuck, I don't remember her name. The like...
Maria?
The angel that we spoke with that had like an eye ability.
Careless Whispers?
Detective George?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys have her number.
We might want to contact her.
I can do that.
Networking inside, network from inside, and also network from within the Force. This is a really potent.
We might want to
team.
talk to Steve's parents as well. Anyone that we know that's a stand user, we need to make sure is aware of this and able to protect and keep track of each other.
Taylor looks up at all of you. If my stand is afraid of him, they need to leave the city. Anyone who you care about, tell them, get their affairs in order, and leave for as long as necessary.
Well, Damien doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Pretty much
Fortunately
everyone
for
I care
me-
about. Most of the people I care about are in this room. So.
The people I care about are from the inside.
Steve he's kind of taken aback by this. Nods. First thing he's doing, calling his folks.
Okay, so, we're...
Oh, he was going to talk to Carl.
Yeah, Carl and you. So, let's do that first.
Carl, he also said something about you. He's coming for you. We're going to protect you best we can, but I don't know what his stand is, what it does.
Steve.
We need to go.
Steve. Stay with me for the next few minutes. I need to call my mother. Get my affairs in order. Pulls out his phone. Hi, Mom. It's me. I just want to let you know, if I don't see you again. No, I wish I could say everything's fine. I'm going to take care of myself best I can. I love you.
All things considered, with what we just found out, he's been working for him and all that. Steve's going in. He's just going for the biggest hug.
You see Carl just fully sobbing into you. So a couple minutes pass. Carl gets the rest of his affairs in order. He sits down and writes out a will, just in case.
Oh.
Gets, like I said, he gets his affairs in order. And Nikki, your conversation with Brett. You call him on his phone.
Yes, hello.
Yo, Brett, I have a huge favor to ask you.
Oh, Nikki. Yes. What do you want?
He just showed up.
He just showed up.
Him. The big boss.
Like God? You had an experience with God?
Oh my God, I missed
Brett,
it.
please.
I'm so happy with you, Nikki.
Now is not the time my life is at danger. The big boss. Him. The beating heart.
You mean him from the beating heart? You
Yes.
should have told me. Okay.
Him is just actual God.
What do I... He's extremely Christian, in parentheses.
So, here's all I know. He killed the new guy I was working with.
Oh.
And
I'm sorry for your
was
loss.
fully disguised as him, mannerisms and everything.
He even sounded like him?
Moved like him.
Ugh. Okay. What do you want me to do?
Can I say that this call happened after Damien pieced things together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we narrowed it down to one person.
Okay.
Lazarus owns the vineyard.
Okay.
Would you be willing to do some reconnaissance for me? This isn't just for me. This is for Maria, Marcia? Maria?
Marcia.
Marcia, my bad. So, Marcia and AJ, as well as the rest of the city. And I'm afraid you might be in danger as well.
Well, that's never a good way to start the day. Okay, what do I need to do?
If you could send out one of your golems, maybe a smaller one, to scope out the place, if that's at all possible.
I mean, they're not exactly known for being subtle, but I can see what I can do. I'll send some smaller ones, see if they can look around. I'll do my
And
best.
Please make sure the others are safe.
You have my word.
Thank you.
Godspeed. Okay. And I think that phone call and that general sense of dread is, I think, we're a perfect time to end the episode.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Alright.
there we all go. Bye-bye! Ah!